Businesses want to integrate culture into their business, right, for obvious reasons. A big key buzzword in all of this is culture vulture, right?
Yeah.
At what point is a business or a celebrity or something being a culture vulture, and at what point, what's the line of embracing culture and sort of exploiting it?
I think when there's no authenticity. When you pull the authenticity out of it, then it becomes a culture vulture, or you're just compromising the integrity of your brand. So you have to be true to yourself, and with those strategic partnerships or relationships with brands, it has to be something that's seamless and that makes sense, because a lot of times people are always saying, oh, I'm chasing the bag, but is chasing the bag more important than staying true to yourself? Like, you know, so which one is it? At the same time, I believe that's one of the most important things, because people try to step outside of that just to make some money, which dilutes exactly who they are, and I think everyone out here can see right through that.
You know, what's interesting about saying that is, I hear a lot of people talk about, you know, short-term small bags are not as fun as long-term big bags.
100%.
And a lot of people will take the short-term bag and not realize that's the beginning of the end of them ever getting bags that look like that. And so I think being thoughtful about what's truthful to you. Listen, the great thing about this, listen, anybody in this audience right now is decent to very good at sniffing out bullshit. And I think that radar has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger because of the way people consume content and all the options we have to consume content. I'm old. We had 13 channels, then we had 36. There was no internet. And so when I was being fed by whether it was MTV or Nickelodeon or ESPN, it was limited. Now there's unlimited content. If something doesn't feel right, there's 75,000 other slight variations of the same thing, and you're gonna always chase the light of truth because that's always gonna make you feel better, because deep down, most people don't wanna get tricked. It's an insecurity of being fooled, which is why everyone's cynical and safe, and that's how a lot of people make their decisions.
It's honestly just about a company or brand just being very organic, because people, like you said, can sniff it out and can see the bullshit. Like when I'm on social media and I see Wendy's or just one of these food companies talk like somebody who's from an urban neighborhood, that's bullshit to me. I'm like, I know you're doing this for retweets and to be a part of a conversation or be a part of like Black Twitter, but I know the person who's sitting in this office doesn't look like me, they don't have the vernacular like me, or they're not from the same neighborhood, but you wanna like pitch into this type of culture to bring it in to just get, you know, monetize your platform. So it's like things like that you can sense out. People see the bullshit. And for me, when I partner with certain brands, I make sure if they weren't paying me, is this somebody I would actually give my money to? Do I want to be a part of this? Okay, when I do become a part of this, to me, I think long term. How do I build something out with them? Because I'm never going to step over $1 to pick up a nickel. So I don't care about, okay, we just want to do this with you for the month. I'm like, no, I'm good. Talk to me if you want to build out a whole thing where we can do something for a year, because I don't want people utilizing my platform, the people that follow me, and you get to tap into that. You get to tap in that resource for a small price, and then you just vanish. So it's really understanding, and I think a lot of influencers now don't understand that. They just like, oh, I'm gonna just do this. I'm a flat tummy tea. I'm gonna do this. Fashion Nova, nothing wrong with it. You know, some people a check is a check, but it's just really understanding like you're diminishing your brand, your value.
It depends on how much leverage you have. You have substance, so
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to run a marathon. Some people are, listen, this whole game's about self-awareness.
Yeah.
If you know that you've got a 3-minute window because this is your little moment, like, that's great. And so, like, to your point,
Yeah.
like, the more talent you have, the more ability you have to be patient. That's just the truth. The more you can give. And I think we've all been gifted different things, and so I think deploying self-awareness in that process really matters.
I think patience is